Welcome back to Kamen Rider Review, episode number 93. Discussing episode 39 and 40, and with these episodes, there are exactly 8 more episodes left to go for the entirety of Kamen Rider Super. Yes, I'm getting really close to finishing this up. The first episode, basically, the monster is basically a lighter monster called Frankie Lighter. The purpose of this monster? Burn stuff. Yeah, this is mostly a serious episode with a tiny bit of silliness, because that's the premise basically of the series. Silliness mixed with seriousness. And we see this monster where he kills 2 security guards by burning them alive. Yep, and apparently his weakness is his red stone. And apparently there's his scientist who was recruited. Now this is a very common reused plot for Kamen Rider. Yes, where the main villain organization forces a one-shot character to work for them to make a monster. And he's like, yeah, you gotta make number 1, number 2. You mean number 1, you gotta make number 2, number 3. I'm like, yeah, this feels like a retread of basically V3, basically, where he has to make 3 versions of the same monster. Yep, that's simply the reason for this one here. Yep. But also, for some reason, this doctor can speak English. And his son's name is Terry, so it's implied this one's American. But here's kind of the problem with this character. He does not talk to Katsuya in English. Katsuya probably would know English because he spent some time in the U.S. But for some reason, he does not speak to him at all the whole episode, which is kind of weird. Yes, a big missed opportunity there. I'm sure he's probably like the only Kamen Rider in story who knows English and yet doesn't talk to him English. Yeah, and occasionally these 2 will drop some words in English, which I do appreciate that. But man, this is just so odd to say the least. And by the way, how the heck is his son basically just randomly looking? Hey, you see my dad around? And apparently no one wants to help him. Not even the police want to investigate the fact that a prominent scientist has gone missing. Yes, because the thing with Kamen Rider is that the police do not exist. Actually, they do exist, except they practically do nothing, or they're practically going to be useless. Typical Tokusatsu stuff for you. Yep, so how is he defeated? So his weakness is his red stone. Says in the title of the episode, red stone's weakness. Yeah, quite obvious the fact that it was weakness. Once they take away, coming in flames, and eventually is destroyed. He was also a very tough monster because he was a lighter. Next one is, oh boy, the soap monster. Which, yeah, his whole gimmick is that look at him, it's like, oh, he looks like he's wearing some armor. What are those? Are those bars of soap? Yeah, they're literally bars of soap just glued onto his costume because he's a soap monster. And the plan is to melt humans and then reformat them to be brainwashed slaves of Jindangwa, which Marshall approves of. Yeah, by the way, that's in the first 7 minutes. And who created this thing? Dr. Ghost himself. Oh, and by the way, for Dr. Ghost, this is his last monster he contributes for the entire series. Commander Jack-O-Lantern has got 1 monster left. And his monster is in his final episode, 46. I'll get to that when I get to it. So, for the remainder of these episodes, for the next 8 episodes, mostly put its Staff Officer Witch and Princess Yuki, where they contribute some monsters. Yeah, that's something quite strange. You have 4 generals, and they don't contribute. They only contribute 5 or 6 monsters in all these episodes. And you're thinking, really? Yes, really. Now, as in the case of Princess Yokoti, she has 1 monster left, and it doesn't show up to episode 44. Yep. But what about, let's say, Staff Officer Witch? You might ask. Well, she has approximately 2 monsters. As a matter of fact, her next monster shows up in the very next episode. Yep, she has one for 41 and 43, and that's it. Yep. Dr. Ghost, like I just said, he is done. He is out of monsters. And in the 25 episodes he mostly appeared in, I think he stopped with episode 47. Mostly about, in 24 episodes, he only contributed to 5 monsters. No, seriously. 5 monsters. Staff Officer Witch has 4 monsters. Princess Yokini has also got 5 monsters. Commander Jack-o'-lantern contributed the most, with approximately 7 monsters. And his next monster is episode 45. So for episodes 44 and 43, there are no monsters. And you're thinking, well, is there really no monsters for those episodes? Well, in the case of 43, there is. It is, well, for 42, it's Doctor Ball, which I'll get to. Yeah. Yeah, he's an interesting one. And there's one 44 as well. But the last one is in 45. Yep. But don't worry, we'll be discussing the final 5 monsters left. Yeah, we have 5 monsters in 8 episodes. Yep. Don't worry, we'll be discussing those over the course. Now, my guess is I'll probably wrap this up within about 2 videos, I'd say. Yeah, because I'm episode 93 right now. I'd say I'd probably wrap this up by episode either 94 or 95, discussing the last 8 episodes. It pretty much all depends on that. Now, next video is going to be a Comic Corner, and then, of course, it's going to be on to Demon Slayer. And after Demon Slayer, it'll be back to basically doing Kamen. And I'll probably finish up tomorrow, which is also my birthday. Yep. So I'll be able to cap this off. Finally. Took a while to finish this one. Yep. So yeah, that's particularly it. Particular view. Next up, Comic Corner. Okay, next video. Bye.